Hey everybody, Sam Kavaris in the Nimnik Sports Update. Peyton Manning will be cut on Wednesday, this week obviously, and that means that the Colts aren't on the hook for that $28 million. It doesn't look like he's going to ever sign back there because they're going to draft Andrew Luck and move on and try to rebuild. So where does he end up? Well, obviously wherever he ends up, they'll have to go through a thorough physical examination because if he was healthy and everybody knew he was going to play, he'd still be on the Colts. $28 million, that's not that much money when you get in the grand scheme of things when it comes to NFL owners and what they're paying. So it's certainly not that. They just don't think that he'll ever be effective again, and he'll have to throw for somebody, and doctors will have to clear him. Independent doctors will have to do that. But look at the careers of Joe Montana, who ended up in Kansas City, Johnny Unitas, who ended up in San Diego. You know, great players who were not given the opportunity to stay and retire because of the limitations when it comes to salary cap in this era and the amount of money that the owners are shelling out. Where will he end up? A lot of people think it might be a package deal with Reggie Wayne, which certainly would give Miami an in because that's where Reggie Wayne played, down in Miami. But the Jets, the Cardinals are named. The Redskins are named as a potential place. What about the Jaguars? It would mean putting Blaine Gabbert on the bench if, in fact, Manning could still play. I don't think anybody would be opposed to that, except maybe Gene Smith. And you'd have to be sure that Manning was, kind of agreeable that, hey, you're here for a couple years and then, your career is going to end. But Jacksonville doesn't seem to be what he's looking for in terms of big market and the kind of, remember, this guy's in virtually every commercial that is done around the NFL. Think about it. Sony, Campbell's, you name it. So Manning, a free agent out there, where will he end up? The free agents the teams have until March 13th to sign their own free agents. The Jaguars haven't made any announcement except that they went ahead and franchised Scobie. And then Scobie sent that tweet about that it's not good for players. Look, the NFLPA negotiated that. Scobie's a member of it. The Jaguars used it. Don't kind of act like there's some negative to making $2.5 million a year, which is the average of the top five at his position. Scobie is very good, and a lot of teams would like to have him. That's why the Jaguars franchised him. That's why they'll continue to try to negotiate to serve a long-term to get a long-term deal. That's where it's at. That's what they were able to do. That's what they did. You can't really fault them for that. You can fault the Saints for this bounty program. It's contrary to everything the NFL has been talking about when it comes to player safety, and that's the big thing. Greg Williams, according to so many players, didn't have that bounty program here in Jacksonville with the 1 year he was here. What we did learn, though, is that Williams installed this defense, and then once the season got going, Jack basically threw it out, and Del Rio was making the calls, and that's why Williams left, and everybody pretty much knew it. Jack claimed it had to do with money, but Williams wasn't going to put up with that once again. So will they be suspended? Should they be suspended? Absolutely. For how long? It'll be interesting to see what kind of discipline Roger Goodell hands out for that. Congratulations to Patrick Young, the Scholar Athlete of the Year in basketball, 3.37 in communications. And also congratulations to Kenny Boynton and Bradley Beal, who were named to the first team Southeastern Conference. Beal started every game for the Gators this year as a freshman, and they'll take on the South Carolina winner coming up on Thursday. It's a game you can see right here on Channel 4. I'm Sam Kavaris, and that's the Nimnik Sports Update.